Well, Lisa Briggs from the Bruce Companies in the backyard taking your plant and garden questions. The number to call 608-270-9933. Hi, Lisa. How are you?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Pretty good. Trying to stay cool.
It's a nice day, and as a matter of fact, your landscape company's been making a lot of noise, but they just pulled out of earshot.
Oh, very good. Otherwise, we'll tell them to move along. Let's go to the phones. We'll start with Bonnie in Prairie du Sac. Hi, Bonnie. What's your question?
Yes, I have a hibiscus plant in my flower garden outside, of course, and I've been having for the last few years a type of a bug. It's big. It's like looks like a beetle. It's black, and it's wanting to eat holes in my leaves. And it's also this year started to bother a rose bush in there.
You've got Japanese beetles. They love hibiscus, and they love roses, too. There are a number of insecticides that'll work. Some of them are contact and work right away, and other ones take a little bit of time because the bug has to ingest them. But there are some safe products. So you can use 8, spelled like the number, or the other one that's pretty quickly acting is called Japanese Beetle Killer by, I think, Bonide, and it's made with spinosad, which is a derivative from chrysanthemum flowers. So it's fairly low toxic for other things, but it will get rid of your Japanese beetles.
Is it that time of year?
It is that time of year.
Yeah. Okay, so it's 8.
8 or Japanese Beetle Killer.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you
very much.
Thanks for calling. Let's go to Alan in the town of Burke. Hi, Alan. What's your question?
Hi, Lisa. I was wondering when to mow off my peonies because they're dead.
Oh, okay. So what you want to do is, if you're talking about the flowers are gone, you want to clip back those flowers and not let them go to seed. If they are the plants themselves and they've got some kind of disease, you can clip them back, but try to leave some foliage up until the end of the month, and then early September you can take them all the way out. And if you want to move them, that would be the time to move them as well.
All right. Let's go to Sherry in Avoca. Hi, Sherry. What's your question?
I'm having a problem with my zucchini and pumpkins. They don't seem to be producing anything. Are they too close to each other? They're in 2 different beds. They're kind of close.
That wouldn't be an issue. Sometimes, especially on zucchini, you'll get a lot of male flowers at the beginning, and then the female flowers will come later. And given that we have very low rainfall this year and that the spring was so up and down, that might just be delayed. If you're not seeing any flowers at all, then you might want to fertilize with a fertilizer that's made for veg. It wouldn't be a bad thing to do that. Or if you haven't been watering, maybe water those beds.
Okay. It's a strange year this year for growing things.
It is a strange year for growing things this year, indeed.
All right, let's go to Sandra in Reedsburg. Hi, Sandra.
Hi, I have a question about my tomato plant. Everything's growing really good. They're the bigger tomatoes, not like the cherry or the Romas. And they're flat on the bottom and they're black.
You've got blossom end rot, which is a problem with tomatoes. It's a calcium deficiency. So if they're in the soil, like in your garden bed, go ahead and get some fertilizer that's formulated, especially for tomatoes, that has some calcium in them. If they're in pots, like you have them planted in containers, that's often a sign of uneven watering. So make sure that they stay evenly moist. Those tomatoes that do have that blossom end rot out, though, just take those off because it's not going to go away, but you can prevent it from coming on the fruit that is still developing.
All right. They're heavy feeders, tomatoes.
They are heavy feeders, especially when they're in containers.
All right, Joanne, quickly, what's your question?
I would like to know if you can plant a jasmine plant outside in our area of the state.
You can have it outside in a pot, but they're not going to winter over. So a lot of people will put them in a container and then bring them indoors for the winter time. And that way you can get it to hold over.
Yeah, not going to survive the winter here.
Not going to survive the winter.
Beautiful day out there.
It is gorgeous.
Wish I could join you. I will shortly. All right, that's our time for now. Thank you all for calling in. Lisa, thank you for your time. We'll talk to you on the phone next week, right?
Yes, we will do the phone next week.
All right. Thank you. Have a great week.